Nashville Love Rising gives hope to Tennessee's drag and trans community. On March 20th, top names in country and American music joined forces in Nashville, Tennessee to perform in the name of equality and inclusion. More than 15 major music artists put on a show to uplift the LGBTQ+ community and highlight the injustices Republicans seek to set into law targeting queer and transgender people. Allison Russell, Maya Byrne, and brothers Osborne joined Sheryl, Hozier, Jason Isbell, Maren Morris, and more for a star-studded show called Love Rising, Let Freedom Sing and Dance, a celebration of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness at Bridgestone Arena. The concert came to be through an initiative that began when the Tennessee Pride Chamber organized a letter signed by more than 230 businesses in Tennessee asking Republican Governor Bill Lee to veto what was known as the drag felony bill. Lee signed the bill into law, as well as another that bans gender-affirming care for trans youth. Warner Music has been a supporter of the Tennessee Pride Chamber. A board member who works at Warner Music then worked to get the industry to support the veto. And since then, there has been an intense desire among many artists and representation companies to provide more support to the LGBTQ+ community, including Allison Russell and her management team, Live Nation, and Brandy Carlisle and her Looking Out Foundation. Brian Rossman, the president of the organization, suggests that in addition to Tennessee Pride Chamber, those who wish to get involved should contact the Tennessee Equality Project, Tennessee Pride Chamber Foundation, and Inclusion Tennessee.
Good evening, everybody. What an incredible turnout and what an incredible lineup. Every person, regardless of who they love and how they dress and how they identify, every person deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. The importance of individuality, expression, and diversity. We will always be a welcoming city. Let me say that again. We will always be a welcoming city.
What's super about this concert is that it happened in Tennessee. It didn't happen in the friendly confines of New York City or Los Angeles. And you look at those pictures, look, there was a big crowd there. Yeah. So it's encouraging to know that there are allies in places where you don't normally, expect that they would be. And with Dolly Parton also coming from Tennessee, as she put it, she hopes they don't outlaw her.
Yeah.
So
because she's always in drag.
She's got bigger hair than all of them. Yeah. She's known for it.
But also, like I said earlier, this is another great example of how we respond and how it brings people together and community together to build and unite in order to be able to respond. So I think this is beautiful.
You know what I love and hate about the Tennessee law is that it goes so far that it really could be easily challenged in court. Tennessee, and we talk about Nashville, and then to the west there's Memphis, two blue dots in a very, very red sea of snow-capped mountains. I lived in Knoxville.
I'm sorry, were you talking about Florida or?
Yes, all the snow-capped mountains.
I was going to say snow-capped mountains. We already talked about Dolly Parton.
I didn't get quick enough of the red dots versus the blue dots.
But it is a place that is super conservative. They to a certain extent a lot of backwards thinking, especially on civil liberty issues. So I like that this could actually be challenged and probably successfully challenged at the Supreme Court, at least on some parts.
Yeah. I broadly say bravo Nashville for doing this. I really think that we're going to see, as the year goes on, a lot of this. We're going to see entertainers especially have dramatic impact that are really going to slay GOP, evangelicals, radical conservatives, entertainers are going to say, wait, this is just becoming, they're going to use the word fascist over and over and over again, and they're going to be able to communicate in TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and other media platforms faster than the old white preacher or the old white politician is going to be able to do, and a tide is going to turn against them in those segments. Now the question is that powerful enough to change their attitudes? And it leads me to a second point. I'm extremely cautious over the idea of suggesting boycott. Nashville, if people said across the country, don't go to Nashville, you're hurting the people that absolutely support community.
Right.
So be careful in chosen word of what you're saying and how we respond. Because if you pull out the grenade and throw the grenade, you blow something up and you don't get it back.
Right.
So we should be very intentioned and careful about what our next steps are in terms of protest.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.